classic 1970s Otis lift, which appears to be completely original. Normally, this would have been modernised by now, like the Conne lift beside it. The thing is, does this work? Because I have a suspicion that it's been switched off with the new Conne lift taking over. That would suck! No life at all. This is not looking good. Let's see if there are any signs of life from the first floor, but the reality is it may have been derelict for many years. Or, as I mentioned before, switched off in favour of this lift. No lamps, nothing, which can only mean one thing really. Oh my goodness. None of the bulbs appear to work, which is not good. But believe it or not, we're going to fix them later. We are going to fix these direction arrows as well. Yes, you are hearing me right. You can probably hear that this is an old DC generator driven lift. This is the sound of the DC generator running down in the motor room. Which it does if the lift isn't used for a short time, even if the doors are open. I'm having to wait a while so I can record the audio of this generator running up to full speed. The motor that runs this lift is DC. DC motors are easier to control for high-speed lifts. A DC mains voltage doesn't exist in a building, so it has to be generated. A good way to describe it is to talk about the dynamos on bikes. The bike wheel turns the dynamo. The dynamo then generates a DC voltage for the bike light. The DC voltage for this old Otis lift motor is generated in the same way. But the dynamo is instead turned from an AC motor which is connected to the building's 3-phase AC main supply. As you may expect, the generator is much larger than a bike dynamo. Let's have a look at this motor room, which shows you the actual DC generator. You can see this video by clicking the card or checking the description. You'll notice that asking to access the motor room is on the checklist. I've increased the audio here so you can capture the ambience of this beautiful lift in motion. These lifts used to scare the hell out of me when I was a kid. Next time, we fix most of the lamps and the bell. Then we have a completely over-the-top drag race between the new Kone and the old Otis. Which one will win?